someone asks what's wrong, you say, "I'm fine." You are not fine. But explaining that right now feels like more than you can carry, so the words just stop coming. People call this cold, distant, even manipulative. It isn't any of those things. There's a reason your voice disappears exactly when the pain gets real, and it has almost nothing to do with how much you care. Maybe it happens with a partner, maybe with a parent, a friend, a coworker. The moment gets tense, and something in you just closes. It happens before you've had time to think about it at all, faster than any decision could. What's actually going on in that half second before the silence sets in? Because it isn't nothing. It might be one of the busiest things your nervous system does all day. Research on stress responses suggests freezing isn't a failure of fight or flight. It's a third, older option the nervous system reaches for when a threat feels too big or too fast to outrun. Emotional pain can trip the same switch. Your brain is doing exactly what it's built to do, picking the option that costs the least energy and risks the least damage. The words disappear for a similar reason. Studies on emotional flooding back this up. Once stress crosses a certain threshold, activity in language-related brain regions can actually drop. So while someone in front of you is saying, "Just talk to me," your brain has already rerouted its resources toward managing the flood, not narrating it. That's not indifference. That's your nervous system spending everything it has just to keep you steady, with nothing left over to manage a conversation, too. Coldness would mean not caring. This is closer to the opposite, caring so much the system overloads. If that's ever been you, you already know how exhausting it is, being completely still on the outside while everything inside is working overtime. This response usually isn't something you were born with. Small children cry loudly in public without a shred of self-consciousness. Pain has nowhere to hide in a 5-year-old. Somewhere between then and now, most people who go quiet picked up a quieter lesson. That saying, "This hurts," out loud didn't always make things better. Sometimes it was met with impatience, sometimes with a joke. Sometimes the words came out and the room just felt worse, not lighter. Picture a kid who comes home upset, left out at school again, and gets told, "You're too sensitive, it's not a big deal." They learned something that day, not that the hurt wasn't real, but that saying it out loud wasn't worth what it cost. That lesson tends to travel. Attachment research has long pointed to this. Early relationships teach us whether vulnerability is safe. That lesson resurfaces years later, different people, different rooms, same reflex. And in the moment itself, that silence is rarely empty. Researchers have looked at brain activity in moments like this. What they found, heightened activity in regions tied to self-reflection and weighing outcomes, an intense internal review happening in real time. Did I misread this? Is this actually about something else? What happens if I say the wrong thing right now? Not avoidance, triage. What helps looks different from what most people instinctively try. Psychologist Dan Siegel had a name for this: the window of tolerance. It's the narrow zone where someone is calm enough to actually think, not just react. Push someone before they're back inside that window, and no amount of "just tell me what's wrong" will work. Give them room to find their own way back, and something different happens. The words return, usually more honest than they would have been under pressure. None of this means silence should stretch on forever. Waiting too long to speak carries its own cost. But the difference matters. One is punishment. The other is a nervous system that just needs a few minutes to catch up to what it's actually feeling. If that's you, this isn't something to fix overnight. It's a pattern you can loosen slowly once you understand what it's protecting. And if it's someone you love, the most useful thing you can offer usually isn't another question, it's room. If this sounds like someone you know or like you, that's exactly the kind of quiet pattern Cogvora digs into. See you in the next one.